Hello all, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, it's gonna be a little bit different compared to my other ones because Hunter and I decided to go on a trip to Yellowstone, and it is more of a memory sake rather than what I would do every day or like a vlog. And yeah, I hope that you guys enjoy it. We'll start off with day one.
Day one, Hunter and I spent our day driving to Yellowstone. We saw buffalo walking beside us and elk grazing. The sound of the rivers and creeks felt freeing. The smell of the area was a fresh pine on a freshly rained day. It rained a lot. When we got to our campsite, we quickly got our tent set up and our camping items organized. When the rain stopped, we adventured our campsite. We were really close to a lake that sat below the mountains. When we got back to our campsite, we rested the rest of the day. We saw bison roam around and made a list of what we wanted to experience during our time. Our goals is to see Old Faithful go off, see a grizzly bear, bison, elk, experience Canyon Falls, hike Mount Washburn, and see Grand Prismatic. Day two, we woke up to birds chirping and dewdrops on everything. We decided to go on a walk to the lake below the mountains, and we stumbled on a hiking trail that took us to a clearing. I also found wild lavender and strawberries growing, and shortly after our hike, we decided to make our way to Old Faithful. We had the lovely experience of watching it go off, checking one of the many things on our list. We also saw all sorts of mud pots, Gibson Falls, and made our way around the lower loop of Yellowstone. When we got back to our campsite, we had the amazing but scary experience of an elk wandering through. After the elk, we stayed in our tent, playing different card games, and Hunter taught me solitaire and blackjack, which has now been my go-to games. Day 3, Hunter and I needed to go to the nearest town to get raincoats and more weather-appropriate gear. During our trip to town, we had the beautiful experience of seeing 2 grizzly bears. We also saw some rams trucking along the side of the cliff, and when we got back from the town, we relaxed by the campfire.
Can you actually see it?
Yeah.
Oh, what white guy would call my bald head? I'm just trying to be an iPad kid.
It's raining again. So we're just hanging out in the truck.
Cool. Why don't you take a nap while we make dinner?
Day 4, we woke up and got our breakfast ready and coffee and left for one of our hardest days of the trip. We hiked Mount Washburn. The views and trails were breathtaking, the air was fresh and calming. We were able to make it up the 10,000 feet to the top of the mountain, and it looked breathtaking. The hike also wasn't as dreadful as my mind thought it would be. The experience was beautiful and tiring, but all worth it.
We just hiked Mount Washburn. Is that how? Yeah.
Mount Washburn.
How do you feel about it?
Relieved. I don't know. It was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
We then went to the lower falls after the hiking. Seeing the falls brought peace. And shortly after that, we made our way back to the campsite. We noticed that right at 6 p.m. every day, there was rainstorms. So we spent a lot of time in our tent or truck reflecting on what we experienced each day. We also have been playing a lot of card games, and I had been catching up on my reading. Day 5 was my favorite day. We woke up to a rainy morning and started traveling early to make it to our destination. We went horseback riding on a side of the mountain. The horse I had was named Sky, and he was the sweetest horse I ever met. After horseback riding, we then went whitewater rafting. This experience was thrilling and scary. I'm so glad that I had this opportunity. When we got back to our campsite, we both were pretty tired, but tonight was the last night, and we finally had the chance of it not raining, so we had the fire that we were hoping that we would have. We were struggling with the wood, so some nice people from Idaho gave us some dry wood and helped us get the fire set up. The last night was so magical. The stars were out, and we were both warmed by the fire.